So FNAF World has 48 total playable characters, from Freddy Fazbear to Purple Guy. But of these characters, William Afton himself clearly has a favourite. I mean, I don't see him using a Phantom Balloon Boy suit to lure kids out the bag. And fitting with a bit on my channel that's gone on for far too long now, I thought I should take on the entirety of FNAF World using only bodies. This cuts my usable characters from 48 down to 9, or arguably 10, but we'll get to that later. So, can I beat FNAF World with such a limited roster? Well, there's only one way to find out. Starting off with the main menu, I get the choice of 8 characters to start off with. The classics and the toys. Now, I could use fixed party mode to let me pick a group of 8 rabbits from the start, but that'd be too easy for me. Why would I make a challenge easy for me? So I guess I'll just go with these 2 and... Well, the answer is no, I cannot beat FNAF World with only bodies. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Okay, so I did come up with a solution to this. Temporarily, I picked a full team of characters. Bonnie and Toy Bonnie being placed on Team 1, with this couple of absolute losers. And why should losers even get to attack? So my rule is that while I have to use this group of stupid babies, I can only attack with bodies. At least for now. I came up with a better solution later, but for now, this is what I'll go with. But how do I unlock characters? If I only get 2 attacks per battle, it'd be real difficult. Luckily, there's one character I can unlock without a single battle. By glitching through this tree, I could head into the Halloween update area and find this guy. His code was being recycled, stripped from him, for some stupid game about that stupid loser baby man on my team. Don't you worry, bud. I'll save you. Oh, my name isn't Bonnie the Oh. So in order to unlock Jacko Bonnie, you have to play a game called Freddy in Space. Now, that's great, and I would happily do that, if not for the fact that, you know, I can't use Freddy. I mean, it's not called Bonnie in Space, even though that would clearly be the superior game. Now, some may argue that this is a valid route for me to go down, and that this Freddy doesn't count. But why would I go for a perfectly reasonable explanation for this specific Freddy not counting against my rules for the challenge? And what, make the challenge easy for myself? No. So back to the overworld I go to initiate Plan B. B for Bonnie. So you can unlock other bodies from places throughout the overworld. There are some complications, however. Now, before the first boss, the characters you can unlock are the Phantom animatronics and the Withered animatronics. Now, this sounds fine. Ideally, this would mean 2 extra bodies. But unfortunately, there's no such thing as a Phantom body. So we're gonna have to take on this boss with only 3 characters. But nonetheless, I continued on. And during the character grind, a brainwave hit me like a truck. Oh, no, wait, I think that's an actual— oh, fuck, oh god, oh no. Huh. I have an idea. There's a way to make my team consist of only bodies, even when only having 2. The save files for FNAF World are literally just a .txt file, and in it, all the characters are assigned a number from 1 to 48 in the order that they appear in the menu. This means that by changing the slot numbers to correlate to Bonnie and Toy Bonnie, I could finally have a rabbit-only team. This means that I could finally attack— okay, who the hell is this asshole? Yeah, the game doesn't actually like you using this method to have more than one of a character. So it ends up spawning in this stupid Freddy Fazbear. This is the second time you've ruined a perfectly good plan. Now I can't even land it. Now I can't even attack. Okay, who's doing that? Oh. In this game, you can purchase bites. Little guys that help you out in battle. And one of them are these bees, which can do damage to enemies. Meaning that my bunnies just have to sit there looking pretty while the bees get to work. And after unlocking every single other character in this area, these bees finally helped me unlock my first new teammate. 6 minutes into the video. Now, I need to be honest with you all. I lied earlier. There is a way to unlock a 4th, 5th, 6th, and even 7th member of the team before the boss. Using this rogue, I can glitch to be on top of the world, and unlock Nightmare Bonnie, RXQ, Springtrap, and Plushtrap. And trust me, I tried. But after half an hour of searching up there, I not only didn't find a single bunny, I didn't find a single character. So I took a break for the day, finally coming back tomorrow. I didn't want to grind anymore, but I did still really want new characters. So here was the plan. Chips. There are unlockables that give you bonuses for each one you get. And later in the game, there's one called Find Characters. This drastically increases my odds of running into new characters, with the only issue being that I'd have to fight 2 bosses to get to it, and with a massive difficulty spike between them. But call me Grug, because I had an idea. This rock isn't only useful for finding characters. Its main use is that you can unlock a chip that sets up a shield, halving the damage you take. This means that my glamorous bunnies could just sit there being pretty for that little bit longer. On top of that, I'd say this is a pretty good morning, because I have been fishing. Using the money from the pearls, I was able to buy medbots, constantly healing my party. And with my bees, bots, and chips, I was ready to take on the first boss, Bouncer. And we destroyed him. It wasn't even close. I had 2 team members on team 1 left with basically their full health. My confidence was boosted. This is gonna be an easy challenge where we could just go ahead and destroy that other boss to get that chip. Okay, so Mad Endo's a little stronger than Bouncer. No, I could have given up here. Come back with stronger bodies, just grinded it out. But I had a mission. This is how I wanted to get my stronger bodies. But it was clear that this team wasn't working. So I went back to my strategy board. Now, I need to increase how long I'm living. Luckily, earlier in the run, I was able to get auto gift boxes, basically giving my team an extra life. But I was still losing, especially since Mad Endo can use the attack Gloom, completely getting rid of all my gift boxes. I needed more health. That's why I decided to put together a new team. A group I like to call Withered Gang. Withered Body has much more health than the original or toy versions do. So putting 8 of him together on top of gift boxes means there's basically 12 enemies that Mad Endo has to defeat that he doesn't always one-shot. He can, unfortunately, of course, use Gloom to get rid of the gift boxes, but with just the right luck, we'd be able to pull through. And after a few attempts, Withered Gang pulled through, as my bees were able to take down Mad Endo. Yes, there are Freddys on screen here because I accidentally clicked a move, but I was genuinely planning on, if all my bodies died, I would just restart. But luckily, I still had 3 left by the end of the battle. So I grabbed the chip, saved, and went to take a small break from the game. Why do I still hear boss music? Upon returning to the game and setting my party back to include the other two, sorry about that, gang, I went back in to continue my run. That's when... What the fuck? Mad Endo was back. Despite the fact I closed the game on a tile he doesn't spawn at, Mad Endo attacked me again. My anxiety was through the roof. There was a chance the Withered gang didn't actually get me the chip. I think I have to do this all over again. I can't even get through this fight. Oh god, it's all over, it's all over. I just have to sit here and watch as he mows through my team as revenge to what we did before. Oh my god! Oh, holy shit! That's right. Withered Bonnie still had some fight left in him. He was able to hit the last possible unscrew to killing Mad Endo. And the second time this run, I was able to get find characters and then get the hell out of there. With Withered Bonnie's heroics, I was finally able to unlock not just my 4th, but also my 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th characters? I hadn't really thought it through before, but now they were standing in front of me. Would the paper pals count? I mean, there's a bunny there. Not knowing what to do, I decided to ask my Discord whether they thought it should count. A Discord that you should definitely join, by the way. I even got a member to vouch for it.
You, should totally join the,
More energy!
Please join Cat's Discord, please, 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 please.
Better. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the paper plates. Now, my Discord was very split on this matter. We had the very vocal Paper Pal supporters, and then we also had the majority. Now, at the time of the recording, the voters were leaning more towards the Paper Pals, so I did decide to use them temporarily. I did, however, use Sprin Games' idea to pick whichever attack fits best with Bonnie, and only use that. And since Prize Ball is the only move another Bonnie can use, I decided that would be the best choice.
What about Shadow Bonnie's Mimic Ball?
I said that Prize Ball is the only other move a Bonnie can learn.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I now had a full 2 teams of Bonnies. Regular Bonnie, Toy Bonnie, Withered Bonnie, Nightmare Bonnie, Spring Trap, Plush Trap, RXQ, and the Paper Pals. And with my new team of 8, I managed to wipe the floor with Brow Boy. Who knew that having an actual team of characters would make the game easier? Now, I also struggled with Bubba a little, but I managed to defeat him too, giving Paper Pals their one and only use. But that was when I paid attention to the poll numbers, and they were not in favor of Paper Pals. And what kind of YouTuber would I be if I didn't give in to the masses? Sorry, Paper Pals. PP, if you will. The numbers are in, and you're out. I have a new target. In the US Constitution, it states that all men are created equal. In FNAF World, this is a lie. There is one character that's rarer than all others, sitting at a 1 in 261 chance of spawning with find characters, by the way, the canon non-binary Spring Bonnie. Huh?
Spring Bonnie is not binary. It's very obviously a joke. What?
How did you get inside my house? Anyway, back to what you definitely clicked on this video for, character grinding. No surprise, this took a while. About an hour. Which is wild since Fredbear, the second rarest character, appeared within the first 5 encounters I got. At one point though, we had 2 characters left, and I had the gall to say,
I'm glad I'm not doing a Foxy only run.
Right before getting the last Foxy.
I think I'm not doing a Foxy.
Eventually though, I managed to unlock my yellow rabbit and the final member of my team. Something funny that happened though, partway through recording this challenge, I was streaming and someone in my chat, unbeknownst that I was doing this, said that I should do 157% with only bodies. And my snarky ass responded with, "Chat, you realize what 157% is, right?"
Every character.
Yeah, that's not Bonnie only.
What do you mean? That's totally Bonnie only.
Uh-huh. And now, I'd like to apologize. I did unlock every character in this run. I could have done 157%, and I made fun of that chatter for no reason. So, I'm sorry. Except I can unlock the Halloween characters based on my rules earlier, so suck it, chatter! I'm still right! Anyway, now that I had Spring Bonnie, I was ready to fully set up my team. Nightmare Bonnie was pushed to Team 2s as the Paper Pals were firmly impeached by the general public, and now, much like that one child said, I can finally play the game. AKA, it's boss rush time. I know that I had a gift box, an insta-killer, and 2 very strong attackers on Team 1. It wasn't necessarily easy, but compared to that Mad Endo fight from earlier, it was a cakewalk. So I'll just show some footage of the battles on screen. Oh. So, apparently you do need more than just a good team to beat bosses. Luckily, I have a secret weapon. Something I neglected to mention earlier in the video. That's right, English teacher. I'm using my literary devices. I withheld information. Now, in the Pinwheel Funhouse, specifically the section that I was grinding characters in, you have a chance to encounter a boss called Gold Endo, who drops 1,000 Faz coins. I got this chance, meaning that I had just about enough coins to get all 3 UFO bites. Putting them on, along with one of my bees, could get some big damage output. Sorry, Medbot, you served me well, but we're getting one shot now. I think it's time for you to go off to the retirement home. Now, there was one more thing that I wanted to do. An old friend I had to face. It was time for me to fight Mad Endo again, because there are multiple of these guys around the map, each blocking a chip. And inside this suspiciously cave-shaped circus tent, there lies a Mad Endo, guarding the curse status chip. This means that Supergoon and any other enemies I will have to fight have their stats lowered at the beginning of the battle. All I have to do is fight my mortal enemy. Oh, that was easy. Now with my new setup, it was time to rematch Supergoon. And with the debuffs, we were absolutely shredding through this health. And unless he uses, well, that, he wasn't one-shotting our party either. Sorry, Medbot, I know that was the reason I got rid of you, but it's fine. Anyway, it was only a matter of time before our party defeated him, leaving the final button guardian. A familiar face, Overclock. Honestly kind of sad, it's the last time we'll be seeing such a key part of this run, and honestly, he was tough. We had gift boxes on RXQ, so it wasn't really that tough, but still, he managed to get rid of and kill characters a lot throughout the battle, and the last thing he did before going down was take Withered Bonnie with him. Honestly, it was really poetic. Really fitting ends for him. Goodbye, Mad Endo. I'll miss you.
I'm sorry.
No, the fuck he's not.
Anyway, now I've beaten all 3 button guardians, I can go fight security. Now, this will be a really tough battle. Security does have a lot of health, and his melee attacks can one-shot us. Luckily, they don't happen too often, so gift boxes should still keep us alive, but it's going to be a long, hard fight to make it all the way through. Oh, well, okay, well that was easy. Thanks, Withered Body. Now, we have our last enemy, the man behind the game, Scott himself. But before the battle, I've never had RQ up first when going into this fight. This is so fun. He's just some eyes and teeth. Look at this guy. Anyway, though, I did believe that eventually we could chip down Scott with enough grinding. There was only one animatronic I wanted to get the finishing hit. The one who saved this run. Withered Bonnie. And after a few attempts, this happened. Despite, quite honestly, just being targeted by Scott through every attempt, Withered Bonnie was able to pull through. The savior of this run. The first character we unlocked. The gang that beat Mad Endo not just once, but twice, and all alone the second time. The one who somehow hit an unscrew on security. The MVP of this whole game had defeated Scott. And thus, I had proven that yes, you can complete FNAF World with only bodies.